Good morning, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Google+. This is Rich again, back for your second video blog of the day for Monday, April 11, 2016, around 7:32 in the morning in Billerica, Massachusetts. One little tidbit before my next video blog: the Boston Bruins are having a media session today at 9:30 for the players, for the exit interviews of the season. No word yet if Claude Julien, coach of the Boston Bruins, is going to be there, but there's been rumblings that Claude Julien is going to be fired after 9 seasons as coach of the Bruins. He's a good coach, but he basically has probably lost controlling this team. Second straight year the Bruins aren't in the Stanley Cup playoffs, and it looks like the Bruins are going to go with younger players, something that Claude Julien might not want to be a part of. So he's going to get fired. They're going to axe him, and he'll probably get a coaching job right away. It's disappointing because he's one of great guys, but the Bruins are going to go for a coaching change. Hate to say that, but it's going to happen. That's about it on that. My next video blog subject is my predictions of the 2016 Stanley Cup playoffs, which start Wednesday, and every game is going to be on television: NBC, NBCSN, CNBC, USA Network, also in Canada on Rogers Sportsnet, and the CBC and TVA for French Canadians viewership. And this is the first Stanley Cup playoffs since 1970 that no Canadian-based NHL teams are going to participate in it. So for the 23rd straight year, the Cup will be hoisted in the United States of America by a U.S.-based team. Maybe next year, all 7 Canadian NHL-based teams could make the Stanley Cup playoffs. We'll wait and see about that. And here are the first round matchups. The first one is the Washington Capitals, best record of the NHL, facing off against the second wildcard team of the East, the Philadelphia Flyers. Philadelphia Flyers went hot during the final months to get the second wildcard spot. And this is going to be an interesting first round matchup. But in the end, I think the Washington Capitals are going to beat the Flyers in 6 games. Another matchup, the second place team in the Metropolitan Division, the Pittsburgh Penguins, facing off against the third place team in the Metropolitan Division, the New York Rangers. This is going to be a very interesting series. This is the third straight year that the Rangers and the Penguins meet in the playoffs. But something tells me I think Pittsburgh's going to take this series in about 5 games. Something's a little bit wrong with the Rangers this year. Maybe it's just they've been playing too many playoff series the past couple of seasons, and they might be drained out. And the Penguins look very, very hot recently. Another first round matchup has the top seed in the Atlantic Division, the Florida Panthers, facing off against the New York Islanders, first wild card team. I think this is going to be a very competitive matchup, but in the end, I think the Florida Panthers are going to win in 6 games. And the last first round series in the Eastern Conference, second seed of the Atlantic Division, the Tampa Bay Lightning, facing off against the Detroit Red Wings, the third seed in the Atlantic Division, had snuck into the playoffs because of the Bruins faltering. And this series is a rematch for last year's first round series. I'm picking the Tampa Bay Lightning to win in 7 games because Ben Bishop is a great goaltender, and they'll take care of business. First round matchups in the Western Conference. The number 1 seed in the Western Conference, the champions of the Central Division, the Dallas Stars, facing off against the Minnesota Wild. This is the first time they'll meet in the playoffs. The Minnesota Wild have the second wild card in the Western Conference, and this is kind of a a little bit of a homecoming because the Dallas Stars used to be the Minnesota North Stars. And this series could be competitive, but I think the Stars are going to take it in 6 hardly fought games. And another first round matchup in the Western Conference, the 2nd seed St. Louis Blues facing off against the 3rd seed Chicago Blackhawks. This is Central Division rivals, and this is probably going to be the best first round series in the Western Conference in the playoffs, or in the entire NHL Stanley Cup playoffs in the first round. This is going to go 7 games, my friends, but in the end, Chicago Blackhawks are going to win. They somehow find a way to win, by hook or by crook, as my former co-worker at Hard Hanks Bill Bolton would say. In the next playoff series for the first round, the Pacific Division champions, the Anaheim Ducks, facing off against the first wild card in the Western Conference, the Nashville Predators. This is going to be a great series, but I'm picking an upset. I'm picking the Nashville Predators to beat the Anaheim Ducks in 7 games. And the last one is the number 2 seed, the LA Kings, facing off against the number 3 seed, San Jose Sharks. I see this matchup going another 7 games. But I have a funny feeling that the San Jose Sharks are going to upset the LA Kings because they're the underdogs, and I think the Sharks have what it takes to pull off the upset. Second round matchups will be the Washington Capitals facing off against the Pittsburgh Penguins. I'm picking the Capitals in the 7 games over Pittsburgh. And in the Atlantic Division Finals is going to be the Florida Panthers against the Tampa Bay Lightning. It will be a classic 7-game series. I still think Florida's going to beat Tampa Bay in that one. In the Central Division, the Dallas Stars against the Chicago Blackhawks. I'm picking the Stars 5 games over the Blackhawks in the second round. And then the Nashville Predators facing off against the San Jose Sharks. I'm picking the Predators in 6 games over the Sharks. I just have a feeling that the Predators are this team that could make a deep run in the playoffs this year. In the Eastern Conference Finals, I'm picking the Washington Capitals in 7 games over the Florida Panthers in the Eastern Conference Finals. In the Western Conference Finals, Dallas Stars and Nashville Predators will go 7 games. I'm picking the Dallas Stars to beat the Nashville Predators. And in the Stanley Cup Finals, it's going to be the Washington Capitals beating the Dallas Stars in 6 games. This is Washington's year. I just have that feeling that the Capitals aren't going to choke in the playoffs. Brandon Hobie is the best goaltender in the NHL this year, and I think Alex Ovechkin's going to have a monster playoff. That's about it on this video blog. Third and final one will be tonight. It will be about the Pro Basketball Hall of Famer, Jerry West. Keep calm, everybody. I'm Julie Bunny Guy, Molly Roseblood of the CCO accent has nice legs. Elizabeth Hart, so stunning. She's the best. Amy Swansea, so awesome. Bobby Gibbs of ABC 11 has that sweet southern accent. And in the words of Sean Lucha, get out! See you later!